Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. Today I'm going to talk to you about hydrated lime or calcium hydroxide. I'm also going to tell you some things not to do. Don't do some of the things I just did. All right, if you store corn, which you should for food, you need to store hydrated lime, calcium hydroxide. I did a short video on it, but really it's just way too much technical detail. You need to read about nixtamalization. And I put a video up a couple weeks ago, about a week or so ago. It wasn't one of my videos, it was somebody else explaining nixtamalization. That did the best job I could find of all the videos. I also did reading, go to Wikipedia, read all about it. Basically, corn is cheap and easy to store, but if one eats a diet heavy to dependent on corn as the staple, and you do not do nixtamalization, you will develop significant serious problems. In the south of the United States during the Great Depression, a lot of corn, no culture of nixtamalization, and a lot of people got pellagra, another disease to look up on Wikipedia. You don't want it, right? And so after much research, I ordered 100 pounds of hydrated lime, and it's the same thing. It's also called calcium hydroxide. I keep looking because these are not terms that are familiar with me. It came, it looks like a certain drug substance. It came in these cardboard boxes that were completely wrapped in tape, and then the bags itself, paper bag, were also wrapped in this kind of stretchy plastic stuff all the way around the whole bag. So it was double wrapped and protected. I ordered one off of eBay. I think it cost $120 for 50 pounds. And I ordered another one off of Amazon. It cost $100 for 50 pounds. I'd already ordered the one. I decided I wanted another 50 pounds and maybe I should look around for a better price, and that's why I did it. I don't remember which one was which. I'm going to show you both of them, but I know which one I would recommend, although it probably doesn't make a difference. They both came out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, but from different companies. Isn't that interesting? And different street addresses. This right here is hydrated lime, high calcium. What I didn't notice until after I packaged it, which I'm going to go over with you, is warning! May cause eye or skin burns, harmful if swallowed, see hazard warning on back. Basically, do not get this stuff in your eyes. Do not breathe it. They used to use hydrated lime, slaked lime, calcium hydroxide back in the days of sailing ships, and they would put it in these glass containers and they would throw it onto the other ship, and this stuff is super fine. It is so much finer than flour. Oh yeah, it's just like, it would be a really good thing in some ways to put for people who coyote hunt and stuff like that. They have a little bulb like that. It's a small version of the bulb you stick in a baby's nostril to suck out their snot. You know, this little squeeze bulb with a tube on it. They have that filled with something, and I think they use talcum powder, and they go poof, poof, and it shows which way the wind blows. This stuff just blows. It's very fine. But they would throw it onto the ships, and when it contacts with water, it creates a bad reaction. And if you get it in your eyes, it can make you go blind temporarily. And the first aid is lots and lots and lots of water. You're not supposed to get it on your skin. Same reason. I was covered from here down in this stuff when I was packaging it. You can see it on my case, so it probably got up in my face, and I didn't have my clear glasses on, and I didn't have anything over my mouth. Bad, bad, bad. Wear eye protection, wear a mask. You know, N95 mask probably wouldn't be too much, or a respirator when you're packaging this stuff, because it's not easy to pour this bag into buckets. It's really heavy, 50 pounds, but it's just awkward when you're pouring it and it doesn't come out like smoothly. It goes boom, broom, broom, and when it does that, it puffs. Um, yeah, so I'm going to show you that here in a second. But I got one bag of hydrated lime, high calcium, and it doesn't say anything about eating it. As a matter of fact, it says somewhere on here, serious eye damage, wear protective gloves and eye protection, and here I am playing with it. Don't handle, first aid. It said somewhere on here, not don't eat it. Something like that. Maybe not. Maybe I'm imagining that part. It just says be very, very careful with it. If inhaled, if exposed, fire. Okay. That's all it says. It doesn't say anything about don't eat it, because you can eat it. That's the whole thing. So I got one of these, and then I'm not going to pull this one out because that's part of this story. Right here, this one is still 2/3 full, and it says food grade. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. That one says food grade. And that one says it's calcium hydroxide, and this one says it's hydrated lime. It's the same thing. All right, look it up yourself. So I got 100 pounds of it, 250-pound bags, and 100 pounds goes into 3 buckets, right? It's just like everything. No. 50 pounds almost filled up. You're about to see a mess. Almost filled up 3 buckets. And all I did was put a kitchen trash bag in there, out over the edge. I poured some in, I pulled it out, boom, boom, boom. It didn't do anything except make dust bombs. It didn't really settle. And so I filled them up, and I used all of one bag for these 3 and about this much of the other bag. I still have most of the other bag left, and I filled my 3 buckets that I wanted to use. And then what you do is you twist the top of the bag, and just twisting it makes the stuff puff up and out. It's so lightweight. I couldn't compress it. When you compress it, it feels like water. It just like flows over your hand. And I tried to put it in the bag and push down on it. I took it out in the driveway and dunk, dunk, dunk. It didn't do anything. It doesn't get any compactor. So you twist the bag, and then you fold it over on itself. That's called goosenecking it. And then I tied it in a bow knot with a piece of string to keep it so water doesn't get in it. But that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to wipe those lids off, put the red lids on. And the reason I'm using red buckets is because I want them easy to find. But really, I'm going to need at least 2. And so I'm going to buy 3 more red buckets from TSC to put that stuff in. Once again, did I tell you everything I wanted to tell you? I have some cleanup to do out here. Once again, use caution. Don't get this stuff in your eyes. Don't breathe it. Get it off your skin quickly. And I'm telling you to eat it. Oh yeah, watch the video. Go do your own research. But if your end of the world food supplies include a lot of corn, you're going to need some of this stuff. You can buy it in like a 1 pound or a 5 pound bag. The best I've found out so far, and I jumped on this before I figured it all out. It was one of the things we talked about. We had a meeting of the people bugging out here, and we all decided to add this to our food stores. And we've got somebody looking into how much each family needs. But what I found out, there's different ways of doing it. You know, different tribes, different cultures do it a little bit differently. But very roughly 2 tablespoons for 2 cups. But that might be 2 pints, which would be a quart. See, I don't know. But you mix it together, you stir it up, you boil it, It's all in there. But I figured 100 pounds would be a lot. And if I find out I need more, I'll buy more. If I find out I got way too much, then I guess other people get the benefit from that. So a little bit expensive, a little bit dangerous, very important for your stores. Hydrated lime, calcium hydroxide. They're about $2 a pound, roughly, and evidently you need it with your corn. Everybody south of our border, they use it with their corn. We never developed that as a culture because we had a lot of different things we could eat, and so we didn't notice the niacin deficiency and stuff like that. Another thing people talked about earlier when I was talking about storing deer corn, which is totally fine, there's some kind of fungus that can get on the corn. I I can't remember. One of y'all will remember, and you'll write it down. That can be very dangerous for you if you eat it by nixtamalization, by mixing the lime with your corn the proper way. It just basically totally destroys anything of that. So one, it makes your corn totally safe no matter if it's got this weird stuff on it or not, which most corn doesn't. Two, it releases a whole lot more nutrition out of that kernel of corn than if you just eat the corn. Whether you grind it first or not, doesn't matter. If you don't do this, it doesn't release the nutrition like it needs to. And so I figure if we're actually dipping into our buckets of food stores, we want to maximize the nutrition that's in there because times have gotten pretty tough, right? So look into it. You're going to have to do some of your own research. I'm not here to give you all the answers. I'm here to motivate you, steer you in a direction. Read about nixtamalization. Go back about, I don't know, 10 videos or so, somewhere back there, and you'll see I put a video up about it. Look it up online, read about it, and you'll probably be buying some of this. But again, wear glasses, wear a mask, cover yourself up, take a shower when you're done. You'll probably be happier. All right, that's what I'm doing, leading by example. Go and do likewise. I'll see you out there.